Okay, a telemarketer called during my darn food. Okay, now let's see what I have in here. Ooh, my cooler smells so good. Okay, what I had, I'm not keeping my cookies very nice, but I did put them in a Ziploc baggie. So I'm having cookies. Okay, so now the power grid is down. You don't know how long it's going to be down. You want to make sure you have enough food. You want to be cheap so you don't. I'll tell you one thing you don't want to do. Okay, if you're old, you want to conserve your money because one, you might die, but two, you might live. So look, these can be had for about 50 cents at Aldi's. I'm having one vegetarian vegetable because one thing you're apt to run out of, I found this out when I was taking my friend, well, I took myself too. I didn't need food because I stockpile food because I'm always preparing for the worst. Not that I think the worst is going to happen. Maybe as we speak, a big earthquake will hit and I will be killed right this minute. You never know. Okay, so 50 cents. Aldi's, Walmart, sometimes I can get soup at Food for Less and Ralph's even cheaper than that. Then I found these to be good. Dollar Tree, $1. But the thing about this one is, look, it has a spoon. And then I bought these at Dollar Tree. So I have a couple of those. And I have napkins. Okay, now. Okay, the first thing I will try is the tuna. And I have my little scissors. These are $1, but and it's 2.5 ounces, but if you're really conservative, you want to get cans. Those are 5 ounces. I want to be conservative, but once in a while I want to try some stuff like this. Spicy Thai. Let me see this little spoon. Oh, look, you guys, this is cute. I will save it because I don't want to get tuna fish on the sides of my hands. You know, I'm working today. You know, one of the best, it doesn't want to come open. I want to show you guys something. One of the best places. Okay, now what has happened is now a lot of the thrift stores are privately owned, and so what they do is they take the good stuff out. But you can always find stuff at a swap meet. You can always find stuff at yard sales. Oh look, here's my feather. I'll put it in. These are cute. I'll put it in my ponytail. These are cute. It doesn't show up good. It's really cute. Look. I think the swap meet is probably the best place to make money. Also, okay, so the thrift stores have been bought. Everything's been bought out. So they're taking all the jewelry and watches. You can't hardly find any. There are thrift stores that haven't, so I try to patronize them. And the ones that have don't want me in there because believe me, if there is one thing in there worth having, I will find it. The reason I will find it is when I shop at a thrift store, since that's what I do for a living, I go through the thrift store one item at a time. I start with the men's jeans and I will go through those one at a time. The women's jeans. Ooh, this stuff looks good. The good sweaters. If I can find purses, good luck on that. I buy those mostly. Those are expensive to ship, so I keep. Look at this. All the good ones. Smells fishy. All right, let's have some of this. This stuff is good for car because it's not too messy. It's not too greasy either, look. This is not a mukbang. A mukbang. I don't need big bites. Just regular size bites. I can't tell if it's going. Yeah, it's going. Okay. I can recommend this stuff, you guys. My glasses are dark. These are cute. I would sell these glasses at the swap meet $2.50 or $3 or 2 for $5. The problem, part of the problem is what do you do with the stuff so it doesn't, I'll put it back in the cooler. All right, now let's try this. One of the things if you can do is if you can get used to this stuff out of the can, I don't find it too bad. The comments have been really good, you guys. I'm going to buy big, huge ones and keep them in the car. Forks, knives, and spoons. If the power goes out and you can't cook, you'll be glad for this. So with the tuna, this is vegetables and meat. Another thing, if you're apt to run low on food or you're apt to run out of food, go to the food bank and stock up. Go, get food stamps. Go to the food pantries, go to one or more and stock up. And buy yourself some food, and eat it a couple of times a week that is cheap so that you won't run out of food. And one of the followers said, and I thought it was really good advice, if you don't eat it, save everything, put it in the freezer and eat it later. You'll be glad if you start running out of food. And I think it was since he's been doing that, he has never run out of food. This stuff is pretty good. Try to imagine an event and, food starts becoming scarce and your neighbor comes to you and says, do you have any food? And you say, yeah. Here, take this and feed it to your kids. I don't agree with turning people away and letting people starve, because when my family came across the plains, they shared the food with the Indians so they could get safe passage. And sometimes they got really, really hungry. I mean, they almost starved. You've heard the stories. But they sent word and, the Mormons brought more food. And they got to Nevada without being killed or, dying. Some of them did die. What happened is the oxen died and the men died. I think that had a lot to do with the polygamy. There was no men. They have an aversion for, people that weren't Mormons. Well, for one thing, they were trying to be killed. They were trying to kill them. But if you have food, this is why it's a kind of I have given a lot of the dumpster food away. I noticed yesterday in the laundry room there was a big, I've never tried these, a big bag of food somebody left. I love anything cheese. These little things are tasty. Okay, now. Today I'm doing good. I'm not slopping anything on the car. but you know, I'm still eating. Okay, I'm thinking about people want to storm Epstein's Island. I don't think that's a good idea. They want to know what is in the secret safe. Okay, what I do is I watch conspiracy theorists all night long, so I'm thinking, what is going on here? So I watch the testimonies of the girls that was probably previous testimony when he was caught last time. And I said to myself, you know what? The girls are probably monarchs. Who can trust a monarch? I mean, really. They've been breached and re-breached. But their testimony might be used to keep everyone from going state's evidence. The problem is the girls were criminals themselves. They would recruit other girls. So the pedophiles were criminals, the girls were criminals. The girls incriminated his wife or girlfriend, whatever she was, to keep her mouth zipped shut. And so the pedophilia most likely is to breach people. So why do people be breaching? Well, because, there's all kinds of government stuff going on. For all we know, he is a spy, a spy himself. Those girls seem like spies. And you know who always shows up at spy stuff? President Clinton, and he has rescued some spies. Remember those grateful spies he rescued? I love him. I'm a Republican, I don't deny it. But when I was young and starving and he was caught with the Monica Lewinsky thing, she was a cute little thing. I'm sorry, she was cute. Sorry, Hillary. I switched parties to vote for Hillary the first time, but then I switched back because I didn't like Gouda or Huda at all. She was married to Anthony Weiner. I thought that was disgusting. But I think that was just to distract us because, we were having problems in the Mideast. You're never supposed to talk about politics. So what I think is in the vault is maybe government stuff. There's probably pornography stuff in there too. I heard, I don't know, that the Black Ops stuff finances the alien stuff. And I'm very interested in the alien stuff. So do I think there are aliens? Yes, I do. I also heard, though, that when the guns and that kind of contraband is they're cracked down on that. They go to the child trafficking. When that dries up, they go to the drugs. When that dries up, so what was super interesting is the tunnels, the cartel tunnels. And then tunnels are interesting. Now they say what we have is we have tunnels. Tunnels are going from Asia to America. I can recommend these. You know who the most treacherous spies of all times were? German spies. The German spies were so treacherous, they married women, and then after the war, they left. They go, sorry, I was a spy. And they left families, that they had. Germans are bad. A lot of people say Germans have infiltrated America. Well, you know what the truth is? A lot of someone's have infiltrated America. I think our most challenging whatever is the people in America are dangerous. This is one of my best ones. 50 cents. I mean, you have to, if you're going to eat car food, you have to have food that's $1. You have to have food that is going to nourish your body, nourish and strengthen your body. And you have to have likable food. You can't be eating hateable food. It's really, really spicy. And then you want to save everything. It would be best to carefully maintain your food. You know, this is undesirable when your food is yummy. All right, now these are $1. So if you can handle the $1 Oreo cookies, you know what? Pay more. I find them to be good. So what I'm doing is I'm putting all the cookies that aren't messed up, you know, that didn't come apart, neatly in my thing. It's super hot here. It's hot and it's muggy. And then what I'm doing is I'm eating all the cookies. You know, I'm being thrifty. I'm eating all the cookies that are messed up. Oh, you know what must have happened? None of the cookies are messed up. Only one cookie was messed up. The reason, well, what I do is I eat all the frosting out. And I save these parts, and then I eat them when, you know, I'm in the mood to eat them. So I'm working, but I want to enjoy life, of course. Why wouldn't I? I'm being thrifty. I'm being very thrifty. I'm eating all the leftovers. I'm securing all of my food in baggies so it doesn't get stale. And you might be thinking, well, what did you do with all that food, that pie and the cinnamon rolls? Well, I gave the rest to Misha and Mikey. But I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm going to tell you the truth. I ate 1/2 of the cinnamon rolls last night. That means I ate 3 cinnamon rolls. And I ate half of the lemon meringue pie. And I ate all the gummy bears. And I can't find my Swedish fish, so I assume I gave those to the street guy. But I'm still looking just in case they're around here somewhere. This is one of the best car meals I've come up with yet, you guys. I didn't destroy the car. It wasn't too messy. It tasted good. It was really thrifty, and in the event of an emergency, I could live on that. All right, you guys, I will be back with another mukbang tonight. I like them. They're very fun. And during that mukbang, I will be discussing electromagnetic attack. Okay, you guys, God bless you all.